Welcome to live coverage of Tiger basketball on Republic Tiger Sports. Second round of the Republic Invitational, and it's Republic and Rolla getting set to do paddle. Both these teams won close games on the opening night of the tournament. Rolla got here by defeating Park Hill South 54-52. Park Hill South missed a layup that would have tied it at the buzzer, and Rolla escaped with a win. Republic lost a lead and then climbed out of a hole late. They overcame a 6-point deficit in the fourth quarter and beat Capital City 50-47. So both these teams played the low-scoring games of the first day of the tournament. The first two games were high-scoring games, and these two teams were on the low end of the scoring. We're just about set to go here. Third game of the night, and running only about 15 minutes behind schedule, which is a lot better than we were last night. And before we get started, we will have the national anthem.
Thank you. We would like to extend a warm Republic welcome on a cold, late fall Friday evening here for our guest from Rolla. Welcome to the Rolla Bulldogs players, coaches, and fans. We're glad to have you here tonight and participating in this year's tournament. Again, we'd like to recognize our tournament sponsors for the introduction of starting lineups and included.
Good crowd over in the student section for the Tigers as they get set for their second game of the season. This is Rolla's third game of the season. The Bulldogs are 3-0, coached by Mark Miller. And here's their starting lineup. Jensen Thomas is a junior at 6'2", number 0. John Papadakos, a 6-foot senior, number 24. Easton Smith, a 6'4" junior, number 25. Paxton Ledbetter, a 6'6" junior, number 30. And number 34 is Ethan Brown, a 6'5" junior. So across the front line, Easton Smith, Paxton Ledbetter, and Ethan Brown go 6'4", 6'6", 6'5". And then they've got the guards Thomas and Papadakos. Again, Rolla 3-0 coming into this one. They won last night 54-52 over Park Hill South. Republic, led by Coach Tim Brown, they are 1-0 on the season after a win over Capital City last night. And here are their 5 starters. Brody Blades is a sophomore at 5'11". He's number 3. Number 4 is Kieran Govan, sophomore. And Govan is 6'3". Burnley Hagewood, the leading scorer the last couple of seasons for the Tigers, and he's off to a great start. He's 6 foot tall, a senior, number 10, Burnley Hagewood. C.J. Ewell, a 6'7" senior, he's number 15. And Davin Parks, the smooth senior forward, at 6'4", number 22. Parks and Ewell up front, and Blades, Govan, and Hagewood on the perimeter for the Tigers. You can see Trenton Coleman down there with the handshakes on the introductions. He'll be coming off the bench. And the Tigers and Bulldogs just about set to go. We're going to take a quick break. And be back with the opening tip after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sport. Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com. C.J. Ewell and Ethan Brown set to tip it off here. And the ball in the air, and Ewell got to it and tipped it forward, and the Tigers get the ball first. Brentley Haywood scored 15 points in the first half last night in the Tigers win. He went out with foul trouble, and that's when things went a little bit awry for the Tigers. So Tim Brown would love to have him stay on the floor most of the night. Govan, top of the key, around a pick from Ewell, and tried to pass it. Had it knocked away briefly, picked it back up. Only 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Haywood is fouled. Nope, I thought that was a whistle. It's the shot clock buzzer that went off, and it was a clean block, and Rolla gets a stop. So the Tigers took a little too long before they started looking for that shot and had to force one up. At the other end, the three is good. Ethan Brown turned around, squared up, knocked it down, and it's 3-0 Rolla.
And once again, something we talked about in a previous broadcast, kind of that slow-paced offense as Republic gets called for 10 seconds in the backcourt, but kind of one of the cons of that shot clock is more of a slow-paced offense such as Republic. You know, you might get called on those shot clock violations and have to put up a shot that you don't necessarily like.
And Blades came in from behind and got called for a foul. So Brody Blades commits the personal foul. The 10-second clock, a 10-second call in the backcourt also might be a little more common because officials are supposed to use that clock to determine whether it's a 10-second call. That's part of the guidelines. And I have a feeling when they're counting it by hand, they probably tend to go a little slow, be conservative. So that felt fast to me is the reason I brought it up. That 10 on Haywood, and the shot or pass rather over Parks' head goes out of bounds. But it felt awfully fast for a whistle. And I'll bet it's because it was actually 10 seconds instead of what we're used to is probably more like 11 or 12. 3-0 lead for the Bulldogs early, and the Tigers have looked a little discombobulated. Good jump out and help double team by Ewell, but Rolla gets out of it. Papadakos in the corner feeds it over to Jensen Thomas, who hits the three. And 2 3-pointers by Rolla has them up 6-0. Haywood double team to Govan. Bounces it once to Parks, now to Blades in the far corner. His three is off the back of the rim. No good. And quickly up court, Brown. And passes it back to Thomas. That's a layup. 5 points for Thomas. 8 points for Rolla. No points for Republic. Timeout, Tim Brown. 5:39 left to go in the first quarter. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sport.
There is beauty in motion. A graceful leap. A simple glide. An exquisite fall. All movement should be celebrated, encouraged, cherished, and repeated again and again. At Sweet Peas, you don't go with the flow. You become it. Beauty in motion.
Brody Blades to throw it in. Govan back to Blades, and Blades takes it across half court, pulls it up, gives it to Govan. 2.5 minutes in, and the Tigers still looking for their first basket, trailing 8-0. Rolla's hit a couple of three-pointers. Govan around a screen from Ewell, takes it baseline and walked. I don't know if he walked before he stepped out of bounds. He did one or the other, and it's a turnover. And back to Rolla. Ryder Davis is going to check in for Govan. First action for Ryder Davis. Thomas tried to, I think he was trying to throw it to Smith. It was behind him. Now a drive and a kind of a wild shot, but an offensive board by Easton Smith.
Gavin Parks with the block there.
And then there was a whistle. I didn't see who that was.
I think they got.
Was it Papadopoulos? No, it was 34, Ethan Brown.
Yeah, Ethan Brown.
So Brown commits the personal foul. And across the timeline comes Davin Parks. Bounces it to Ewell. Now to Ryder Davis. Hagwood top of the key, takes the handoff from Ewell and puts it in, and we've got a foul after the shot. See if we can see that on the replay here.
It's going to be on Rolla.
I'm not sure what that was. It was on Paxton Ledbetter, whatever it was. I was not looking at the right part of the court, and off the inbound, Hagwood puts it up from about 5 feet out. He's got 5.
So Republic's offense finally starting to get the ball to Hagwood, and they've kind of got a kickstart to him, and as well as the crowd. The student section has maybe started to get into it a little bit more than what they were after Rolla hit those 2 threes.
Oh, and that's a tough call on Brody Blades.
He's going to pick up his second.
That's 2, and that was not evident up here. I mean, maybe. Oh, yeah. Not sure about that one.
Govan comes back in for Blades.
And again, good jump out double team by Ewell. Wild shot, and Ewell was falling out of bounds. He just had to throw it back, and then a shot off the rear end of Ledbetter, and it comes right back to Republic. That was kind of a weird play. Ewell threw it to nobody, and then Rolla threw it to the backside of a teammate. Ewell's got it. Here comes Hagwood. He'll just take the shot, and he made it. And that's 8 points for Brindley Hagwood. And he has scored 8 in a row to tie the game. And a steal by Hagwood, and watch out. There he goes, and he missed the layup. They got back and changed it, and now they're going to say he was on the inline. No, I think he was over the line. Yeah.
This from there,
Yeah, his hand looked like he had carried it, but I think he meant he was on the line. So, yeah, he was I don't know, he almost back in, but I don't think he'd established himself as back in. This place would have blown up if Hagwood would have finished that play and made it 10 in a row. And a foul on Rolla. Good job by Parks inside to establish position.
You always love it when the refs kind of feel the energy of the place and they get a little bit more emphatic in their calls, which just adds to the dramatics of everything.
Yeah, I mean, they like calling an exciting game more than a boring game, just like we like watching an exciting game.
Of course.
Caden Howard has checked in. He's got the ball over there in the far corner, throws it to Ryder Davis. Now to Govan, almost stolen away, and it is stolen away, but only Govan could have gotten that back. It was intercepted, and Govan was so quick, he got back in time to retrieve the ball. Oh, Davis open and short. That was on line, but just left it about a foot short of where it needed to be. Rolla scored 8. Republic scored 8. They're taking turns. Hopefully Republic's turn is not over. They've tied the game, 2.5 left in the first quarter. And almost another steal by Hagwood. He reached in, tied it up. Alternating possession stays with the Bulldogs. I don't know what Tim Brown said in that timeout, but it's been a different look since he called it. Again, good double team. And a three is short. And too quick is Cooper Gideon. Number 15 got to it. Now a baseline jumper from about 10 feet out is good by Easton Smith. That ends the 8-0 run. But Davis trying to answer at the other end with a three, a little long. And Papadakos grabs the rebound. A 2-point lead for Rolla, 10-8. Govan guarding Brown, a drive, and he got it to go. So now 4 in a row by Rolla. Govan pulls up. He's got to wait for somebody to come get it, and Hagewood is bumped as he took the ball. Colton Petersmith, the 6'2 junior, number 3, commits the foul. First foul on him, and that's the 4th team foul. Each team with 2 fouls on team fouls against Republic, 4 against Rolla. I was looking at the timeouts left on the scoreboard. Hagewood will throw it into Govan. 1:20 left in the first quarter. Winner plays for a championship tomorrow at 3:30. And nice pass, Govan to Parks, who went up and laid it in. Rolla tried to answer with a three, missed it, but they got the offensive rebound. Now a shot fake by Thomas. Passes up the shot. We're under a minute to go here. 12-10. And Hagewood fell down, left open Cooper Gideon, who took about a 25-footer and missed it by about 5 feet. That was a 20-foot shot from 25 feet away. And he gets a little razzing from the student section over there on the Republic side. Tigers can tie it or take the lead with 42 seconds left to go in the quarter. Govan around a pick from Parks. Back to Hagewood. He's open for three. He missed that one, but Howard is there. Dribbles it once, puts it up and in. And Caden Howard has tied the game. 12 apiece. 20 seconds left in the quarter. A three from the far side by Petersmith. Missed everything. And Caden Howard with a rebound. A foul call against Rolla. And I don't know if Howard's the one that was fouled.
I believe he was. Down low on the rebound. Which he did come away with.
He'll walk down to the other end and shoot free throws with 16 seconds left. Tigers have never led. And they will try to take the lead for the first time here, with 16 seconds remaining in the quarter. First free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Owen George checks in. Brenley Hagewood checks out. No foul trouble for Hagewood. They don't want to take any chances. Brown puts him on the bench with 16 seconds left. Next one for Howard is good. So he made one of two. He's got 3 points, and that's the first lead. And they are far away from the basket with 6 seconds left. Off-balance shot, rolls around, won't go. Ball on the ground, and time expires before they can put up another shot. And the Tigers have taken the lead 13-12 as the first quarter ends. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sport.
Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital. A larger space and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com. Not only can Hines Street Pharmacy deliver prescriptions right to your door and often save you money compared to what you're paying at big box pharmacies, their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, and now they're offering curbside flu shots. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference.
Ready for effortless car shopping? Visit PinnakerChevrolet.com to browse our extensive inventory, value your trade, and get pre-approved all at your fingertips from the comfort of home. Pinnaker Chevrolet's low-pressure and easy shopping experience saves you time at the dealership. Buying a car or selling yours has never been easier. Whether you're browsing for your next new Chevrolet, quality pre-owned vehicle, or need service you can trust, let our family take care of yours at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic, or do your shopping at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
Republic gets the ball to start the second quarter. Haywood throws it into Govan, and here we go. 13-12, Tigers on top. Rolla scored the first 8 points of the game, and a nice pass down on the low block, opposite side of the lane from last time, and Parks now has 4 points, and it is 15-12. Republic on a 15-4 run after giving up the first 8 points of the game. Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is long by Ethan Brown, and Ewell grabbed the rebound, gives it to Haywood to bring across half court. 7:24 left to go in the second quarter. 8 points for Haywood in the first quarter. Caden Howard had 3. Davin Parks 2. He now has 4. Haywood passed up a 3, takes it inside the arc, floats, misses. Davin Parks with a board, and the one-handed floater is in. Davin Parks with 6. 17-12. And a little hand check foul on Haywood. He stuck out the arm right in front of the official and gave a little, just the tiniest of pushes to Jensen Thomas, and that was enough to draw the whistle. You can get away with that contact when you're kind of in traffic, but you can't do it out there when you're all by yourself. So Rolla resets and throws it in. Ethan Brown guarded by Govan. I said it last night, would not want to be guarded by Kieran Govan. And a little fadeaway jumper, rolled around and fell out. The Tigers get another stop. Govan all the way in. Had it tipped away, but he was fouled. You can already see that Govan's modus operandi is going to be to penetrate, and so far, he has been a great interior passer.
Yes.
He doesn't drive and kick it back out. He drives up the lane and then finds the guy across the lane.
And that's just something that, I mean, Kieran's very good at. That jumper by Haywood is good.
And down at the other end, Thomas puts up a layup, and that ends a big run by the Tigers.
But as I was saying, Kieran's athletic enough to drive the lane, be able to get past the guy and get down in there, but he's also smart enough, has good enough vision, as that would have been quite a shot by Haywood had he made that one a basically reverse layup, turning the other way.
Yeah, Haywood posted up, and they got the ball to him. Tigers had scored 11 in a row before that layup by Thomas at the other end, as Haywood hits his first free throw. And after falling behind 8-0, they had gone on a 19-4 run. And both free throws good by Haywood. So the lead is 7, 21-14. After that 8-0 start, I did not think we would be talking about a 21-14 lead. Oh, that's a nice shot. Off balance, John Papadakos knocks it down. 21-16. Lob inside to Ewell, on the ground one time, puts it up a little too hard. Parks was there, and he got his hand on it, but also fouled Cooper Gideon with the body, and that's a foul on Davin Parks. First personal foul on Davin Parks. Good defense by the Tigers. And Rolla trying to drive, and they're going to call a foul on Ewell. Ewell didn't quite get over there quick enough to cut off the baseline. He stuck out his arm, got called for a reach. First foul on C.J. Ewell. Third team foul on the Tigers in this quarter. Rolla made its first couple of three-pointers. They've gone cold from outside since then, and that has helped Republic grab a 5-point lead. They led by 7 a minute ago. Oh, layup off the mark, and Ewell just ripped the ball away from Easton Smith, and then it got taken back away, and Ethan Brown has the layup. Looked like Republic had gotten the stop, and Rolla fought through it and hit the shot. Now Ewell. Out to a cutting Govan. Spun around and spun out. And Ethan Brown with a board. And Rolla down by 3. Pull-up jumper. Now down by 1 as Brown hits the shot. He's got 9 points. It's 21-20. 4.5 minutes left to go in the half. Brentley Hagewood has 12 points. He's been silent and hasn't really touched the ball the last 2 or 3 times down the court. Now he comes to get it. Ewell takes it top of the key. Parks with a back cut, and Hagewood will take a 3. That one too long. Parks had it, lost it. I think it was touched last. That was screened from the official's view. I think that was actually off of Rolla. Let's watch it again. Yeah, you can't really tell. Either way, Parks, you can't kind of swing your arm like that. It looks like you've hit it out of bounds even if you don't touch it last.
Coach Brown, while the play is going on, while the ball is
he's still
in action, he's still in the ref's ear.
Three-pointer is no good, and Caden Howard with a block out, and the ball went to Parks. So the Tigers a defensive stop to maintain the 1-point lead. 21-20. Hagewood jump stop, cut off, throws it to Davis in the corner, wide open, missed it. Howard grabs the board to Govan, steps up, now to Howard in the corner, and to Hagewood. And the Tigers will reset with 25 on the shot clock. Govan spins away from the defender, pulls up just short of the free throw line, waits for somebody to come get it, and there comes Hagewood, dribbles it, floats it, missed it, and Howard had it, lost it. Howard rose up and got it. Caden Howard is a lot more active tonight than he was last night and playing a lot better than he did last night. He's already made his presence felt inside. Oh, baseline drive. Parks a little late getting over there. They kick it back out on the perimeter. And now a long 3 is no good. And a foul against Hagewood. And that's 2 on Brentley Hagewood. That was kind of a tough luck foul. One of those where there was, I don't even think he was expecting the body to be there. And he kind of got a hold of his arm, so that's 2 on Hagewood. And that was bad news last night when the Tigers got Hagewood in foul trouble and had to send him to the bench. Ball out of bounds off of Rolla. Again, Caden Howard was kind of in the thick of that one. 2:40 left, and the Tigers will probably play the rest of this half with Hagewood on the bench. Need to find somebody who wants to step up and score. They've got guys who can do it, but they were just hesitant last night when Hagewood went out. And again, as Tim Brown said, there's Davis for a long 3. That one's good. And that's the first one I believe he has hit. He has been cold to start the season. Maybe get him going now.
And I mean, that's something he's been so good at every level before. He's really made his varsity appearance this year, his first varsity appearances. But Ryder Davis can shoot the basketball, and that's something that, you know, he had a couple opportunities last night. He's had a few opportunities today, and maybe that's the one that gets him going, because we've seen him make. There's Govan down low, but we've seen Davis make 8, 9, 10 threes in a JV game before.
Yeah, and that's last part of the situation last night when Hagewood went out is the guys who usually would pick up the slack, like Davis. Ratter was just cold last night. He didn't hit his early shots, and it kind of carried over, and now a walk. An extra step by Easton Smith And the Tigers get the ball back, leading by 6. This has been a streaky game. Rolla scored the first 8. Republic scored 8 and tied it up. Rolla took another 4-point lead. The Tigers reeled off 11 in a row after that. And then Rolla stormed back to get it within 1, 21-20. And the Tigers have then scored 5 straight. And now the 3 is good by Coleman. Trenton Coleman makes it 8 straight. And it's 29-20. Biggest lead of the night for the Tigers. Three-pointer is long. Coleman had it. Saved back inbounds. It goes to Govan. 46 seconds left. Parks ahead. Turns. Turnaround is no good. And a rebound grabbed by Easton Smith. Good awareness that time by Howard not to go through Smith and try and get the ball. He knew he didn't have position. Didn't commit the cheap foul. 29-20. The Tigers on top by 9. 17 seconds on the game clock, and a little baseline floater by Ethan Brown. He's got 11, 29-22. Shot clock is off. Govan. Ryder Davis. Oh, he drives around the defender. One-hander won't go. And the follow by Caden Howard is good. And time expires. Howard with the putback. He's got 5, and the Tigers lead by 9 at halftime. It's 31-22. Back with more after this on the Gold Medal Gems halftime show on Republic Tiger Sports and Repmo TV.
Want fresh eggs? Want melty cheese? Want sausage or bacon? Want a friend? Bob's got you covered. Try the breakfast on a bun next time you wake up hungry. Available 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. at Whataburger. Any day's a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Welcome to the Bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the midsize SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle. Contact State Farm agent Chris Yoakum to bundle and save today. Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From prescriptions to emergency care, they help your family see and feel better than ever before. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com. For 30-plus years, Yoakum Automotive has been Republic's trusted repair shop. Now with digital inspections, understands your car's needs before they make repairs. Book an appointment at yoakumautomotive.com. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm. They make possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. They've been serving the area for more than 50 years, and you can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. Here's the touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com. Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital, a larger space, and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com.
Travel isn't just my career, it's my way of life. I'm Crystal Hicks with Top Tier Travel Group, where I believe in the power of new experiences. From family and couple escapes to immersive cultural adventures, I've seen firsthand how travel can change us. Ready to grow, explore, and make unforgettable memories? Let's start planning your next life-changing journey together. Visit us at toptiertravelgroup.com.
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com.
Welcome back to the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show. Tigers on top of Rolla 31-22. That was quite a first half, and especially the second quarter. Republic outscored Rolla 13-12 in the first quarter, and then 18-10 in the second quarter to take a 31-22 lead here at halftime. Rolla had 11 points from Ethan Brown, the 6'5 junior. And another junior, Jensen Thomas, had 7 points. 2 points each for John Papadakos and Easton Smith, and that's the extent of the scoring for Rolla. Tigers got 12 points from Brentley Hagewood, which is expected, but much better supporting offense from the rest of the team tonight than last night as he went to the bench. And even before he went to the bench, everybody else looked a little more organized than they did last night. 12 points for Hagewood, but then 6 for Davin Parks. Thought he had a great first half. So did Caden Howard with 5. 3 for Ryder Davis, 3 for Trenton Coleman, and 2 for Kieran Govan. And Govan with only 2 points, but he had a couple of passes that set up easy buckets down low. One of them for Parks on a great look across the lane. And the Tigers have a 9-point lead as they try to move to 2-0 on the season.
Yeah, kind of alluding back to your Kieran Govan point. We were kind of talking about it during the break. Kind of nice to, in a way, to have a sophomore guard, especially playing as well as he is, because you know the only way that he can go, or the only direction that he can go, is up from here. But once again, like as I was talking about earlier, a very good athlete, a very smart athlete, with some very serious potential, not only in basketball, but in football and other sports as well. But Kieran Govan, he's definitely showed that he is the right guy, I feel like, to run the one spot for Republic tonight, especially early on, being able to drive the lane, beat his guy, but then have the vision, be smart enough to get it out and get it over to somebody on the other side of the lane.
Yeah, he's been good at the point guard spot, and good to see Ryder Davis hit that three-pointer because, of course, he had struggled last night shooting the ball. You get him shooting. You get Brody Blades. He hit a 3 last night, but he
just got
struggled.
A little foul trouble early here.
Yep. If he can get those two guys shooting, you're starting to see with Parks' ability to play both inside and outside and move around. He's so mobile in the lane that there are a lot of different ways that this offense can go, and you're seeing a glimpse of it tonight. After last night, didn't really get to see it. And talking to Tim Brown after the game, he mentioned that was essentially their jamboree because they didn't have their football players when the jamboree started. And you say, well, who are the football players? We were joking about this before the game. Well, a lot of guys are the football players.
Yeah,
Ryder Davis, Govan,
C.J. Ewell, Trenton Coleman. So.
Yeah. Your point guard wasn't here. That puts a crimp in what you're planning to do as you prepare for the season. So they look a lot better tonight, and they'll continue one would expect to get better as the season wears on. We're going to take another break and be back with more on the Gold Medal Gym's halftime show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Hey, this is Wade Hobbs with Hobbs Insurance Group, your hometown Medicare and retirement expert. Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming, but with my 16 years of experience, I'm here to help. Open enrollment ends December 7th, so don't wait. Find out your options before then with a free consultation. You can find me across from the Republic Post Office or call 417-425-3937.
Experience matters in real estate. With Lori and Elizabeth, you get specialists in residential, land, lake, and commercial sales from Springfield to Joplin to the lake. Your ultimate connection to lenders, marketers, and contractors. Visit loriandelizabeth.reesnichols.com, your seasoned real estate teammates. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today. Teamwear Solutions is not only your source for official Tiger apparel, but they're also a partner for your group's fundraising needs. Business apparel, bleacher apparel, and on-field apparel. They've got you covered. Find them online at teamwearsolutions.com. Harris Pizza brings a slice of history to your table. Since 1961, their blend of handcrafted dough, rich sauces, and a variety of fresh toppings cooked in an authentic brick oven offers a unique dining experience. Explore their menu at harrispizzapalace.com or drop into the Wildwood Plaza on Highway 60.
Welcome back. Tigers leading Rolla 31-22 before the second half gets started. I want to say congratulations to Chris Flood. The Missouri Sports Hall of Fame released its induction class for 2025. And Chris Flood, longtime basketball coach here, is going to be inducted with that class. So congratulations to Chris Flood, one of the upcoming inductees to the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame. He'll go in with people like Johnny Damon, Nyla Millison, among others. And that induction ceremony will be in February. Congratulations again to Chris Flood.
Well, David, you might get to meet Johnny Damon.
Maybe so. And off the opening possession, a baseline jumper. That one's good by Easton Smith. 4 points for him. And it's 31-24. Let's see what adjustments these teams make. Inside they go to Govan, and he puts it up in, and he's got 4. A miss, and good effort to stay with it by Ewell. Nice pass from Govan to Parks. He spins around and floats it up, a little baby hook shot for Davin Parks, and he looks great tonight. 8 points for him, and it's 35-24, and 11-point lead, biggest of the night.
Yeah, good job by Parks there, just using his length to get over his defender, put that shot up and in, and then saved out of bounds by Rolla, but Republic ends up with it. Great defense that time to force the shot. Lob down to Ewell. He's got position, and he puts it in. And a chance for a three-point play by C.J. Ewell. I thought for a second that he was going to pass up a shot, but decided to take it. He posted like right in front of the basket. He was almost under the basket and just put it up and in. First points for Ewell. Missed the free throw. 37-24. And a block from Parks. Came from behind and swatted it. And Republic off to a great start here in this quarter. Ewell sets a screen. Hagewood gives it up to Govan.
Top of the key, lobs it down to Ewell. And Ewell up strong and in.
And that's something I really would like to see more of. We talked about how big and strong Caden Howard is, but honestly, we have a guy that I would say is just a little bit bigger and maybe a little bit stronger than Caden Howard and C.J. Ewell.
Yeah, Ewell is really manhandling his man down low this first couple of possessions. I mean, he's backed. He's in the middle of the lane. He's not posting up on the block.
And Ewell really not only can have a lot of success down low against, just in this tournament, but I mean all season long against probably anybody in the state, as long as he plays it safe and stays out of foul trouble.
Yeah,
Ewell is likely one of the stronger centers, postmen in the state. I would say.
Yeah, you're right.
Just because of how big and strong he is.
13 points now for Ethan Brown as he makes both free throws. The foul was on Brody Blades. He's got 3 fouls now, and so he's still out there playing with 3. We've got a whistle and an official's timeout as somebody's shoe came off. It was Jensen Thomas. Govan will throw it in right next to the scorer's table on this side. Lobs it into Haywood in the backcourt. Under 6 to go in the third quarter. The Tigers on top, 39-26. 3 by Haywood. Good! 42-26. Haywood has 15 points.
Nice setup there. The play that, you should really be used to by now, I would say.
Yeah. That 3, no good, but a rebound goes over Parks and was grabbed by Ledbetter. Long 3 by Thomas from this side, off the back of the rim. And again, an offensive board. Lean-in shot, no good. More contact and a foul finally called against Republic. Thought Republic could have gotten called for a foul a couple of times during that sequence. But at the same time, as you watch the replay, I think that Brown might have been called for going over the back of Govan. He didn't get the whistle there either, and he makes the first free throw.
But once again, going back to that 3 by Haywood, a play that I feel like we should be used to by now, having the post come up with the ball and then essentially set the screen, shield off Haywood, specifically's man, so he's able to get a 3 off.
Yeah, they've run it 3 times tonight. Oh, down low to Parks, and the pass was a little behind him. Parks was cutting to the basket, and he had nobody between him. And now the ball thrown away. 1 on 3. It didn't stop anybody from shooting. That was Papadakos, and he missed the shot. And then Ewell had it knocked away, and it went off his leg on the way out of bounds. Ryder Davis will check in. Brody Blades out. Caden Howard in. C.J. Ewell out. And Tim Brown with some words of encouragement for Brody Blades as he goes to the bench. Blades frustrated with himself after a turnover at the other end. Inbound and a foul on Parks. He basically gave a bear hug to Paxton Ledbetter as he caught that pass on the way to the basket. Foul was so soon, though, it was on the floor before the shot. And Rolla will throw it in. Ethan Brown will trigger it right of the basket. Turnaround jumper is no good, and Parks blocked out, but nobody was there to grab the ball after he got his man out of the way. Turnaround in the lane, that one is good by Ethan Brown. Brown has 6 points in the quarter. That's his first field goal, and it's 42-30. Howard hands it to Haywood, and Haywood missed that shot. The ball tipped around, and Rolla gets it. 4:20 left in the third quarter. Quickly up ahead, Jensen Thomas pulls up from 10, tried to bank it in, no good. Another offensive board. And Rolla really eating up the Tigers on the boards here in the second half.
And they got Parks again with the foul, so that's his third. He's likely going to check out here in a second.
Ewell's about to check in. Yeah.
Ewell at the table.
Paxton Ledbetter hits the first free throw.
The ref kind of down low talking to Parks about what he's done, how he can not get called for a foul in situations like that.
Ledbetter made them both, and they were straight down the middle both times. 6 straight points scored by Rolla after they fell down by 16. Now they trail by 10, 42-32. Ryder Davis throws it into Govan. Ewell at the free throw line. Bounces it once, hands it back to Govan, and now to Howard. Howard lobs it to Govan. Well, thought he was going to lob it. Ended up not being a lob, but the word was already halfway out of my mouth. Down to Haywood, and he's fouled from behind by Colton Petersmith. And that'll be the second foul on Petersmith. Bounce pass into Govan. He just couldn't get a hold of it.
It kind of looked like Govan got popped there in the face maybe on that inbound play. That's what Brown is talking to the ref about right now. No call, timeout, or a warning, Coach Brown.
He wasn't really animated, but clearly not happy. And a nice pass to Govan on the inbound, and he missed the shot and then got fouled on his second attempt. One thing about Govan is he cuts so quickly, and Davis found him. Govan goes to the line. He's got 4 points tonight, and he barely grazed the front of the rim on that one. That was as close to an air ball as you can get without being an air ball. Just barely got the rim. He'll try to make the correction on this second one. And that one's too long. He overcorrected. And Ledbetter grabbed the board. So here comes Brown. Govan on him. Spins away, scoops it up. That was a pretty move by Brown. You're not going to find many guys who can do that to Govan when they're being guarded by Kieran Govan. And it's down to an 8-point lead now for the Tigers. Haywood took the handoff again from Ewell, throws it back to Ewell too high over his head, and a 2-on-1 break across the lane. Govan disrupted. He got back and forced the shot to be changed. And now he throws it up ahead. I don't know, maybe to Howard. I think Howard thought it was going to Haywood, and it ended up being to Rolla instead. Good defense by Howard on the baseline, but they kick it back out for a 3 to Petersmith. He's off the mark, and Ewell grabs the rebound. 2:52 left. Tim Brown wants a timeout because he is tired of watching this. He wants to talk things over. 2:52 left in the third quarter. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
PKD Cafe is now Marigold Farm Cafe and Catering Company, but it's still where the 417's best burritos meet friendly faces. A haven for Republic students, it's the perfect spot to fuel up before school or unwind on a weekend. Your pit stop for flavor and relaxation only at Marigold Farm Cafe and Catering Company. For more than 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need printing, we'll be the printing store.
The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Ryder Davis inbounds to Haywood with 2:51 left. And he'll bring it up court himself. And he is guarded and fouled by Colton Petersmith. And that's 3 personal fouls on Colton Petersmith. And now Mark Miller, Rolla's coach, has a word for the officials. You can tell it's a good game when both coaches are mad at all the officials. C.J. Ewell, top of the circle, lobs it down to Hegwood. Great pass. And Hegwood able to convert. 5 points in the quarter, 17. And that ends a big run by Rolla. They had scored 8 straight. Now a 3 is no good. Ewell has it and had to struggle to pick it up because he had a man draped on him, but finally gets it. And Govan in the front court. To Ewell, high post, down again to Hegwood. Between the double team on the ground, puts it in, and it counts, and he draws the foul and a chance for a 3-point play. Again, they got it to Ewell at the high post, and Hegwood posted up down low, right between the 2 defenders, and Brindley is pumped up, and so are the Tigers as they've built the lead back up again.
And once again, we talk about Ewell's size. That's a pass that very few can make just because of how tall, how long he is. I mean, Republic's got a couple of other guys that can do that, but not a lot of teams have that guy that can just get it over everybody to a guy like Hegwood down low who can make a play like that.
And Davis with a good defensive play there to jump in and knock it out of bounds as they tried to get it in the corner. Long 3 is no good. Rolla is ice cold. And Ewell gets called for a walk.
And Rolla, despite the runs that Republic has gone on in this game, has yet to call a timeout. So they still have all 5 in his. He still has all 5 in his back pocket for the final minutes of this game if he wants them.
And in the lane, shot is up and in by Paxton Ledbetter. That's his first field goal of the night. And again, down to a 10-point lead for the Tigers, 46-36. Ewell thought about a 3, threw it down to Hegwood again, and it was tipped out. Hegwood, it was too high for him, but he was able to get high enough to knock it back to Ewell. A heads-up play by Brindley. Lade's back out there. Ewell hands it to Govan. Under a minute to go. Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Govan driving. And now to Blades. Open for 3. And it wouldn't go. But put back by Ewell too hard. That thing was halfway down and came out. Rolla on the run and a blocked shot by Brindley Hegwood. Went up and swatted it. And avoided the fast break basket.
And once again, getting Hegwood out of the game toward the end of the quarter. Coleman enters the game. Parks enters the game as Ewell and Hegwood take a seat.
They lob it into Ledbetter. His shot is too hard, tipped, and Parks gets it and gives it to Coleman with 30 seconds left. To Davis in the front court. About 3 seconds difference between the shot clock and the play clock. Parks had his dribble, I think, and almost had a 5-second call. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Parks fades and missed the shot. Time expires and the long shot is no good. That was more of a pass.
He was trying to throw through his cut right there.
I think you're right. 46-36 after 3. Tigers up by 10. We'll see if they can hold on after this timeout. You're watching Tiger basketball on Republic Tiger Sports.
Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
There is beauty in motion. A graceful leap. A simple glide. An exquisite fall. All movement should be celebrated, encouraged, cherished, and repeated again and again. At Sweet Peas, you don't go with the flow. You become it. Beauty in motion.
Exciting things are coming soon to Republic Animal Hospital. A larger space and pet urgent care. Medical, dental, surgical, and more on the way. Visit them at 574 East Harrison. Call 732-6800 or check republicanimalhospital.com. Not only can Hines Street Pharmacy deliver prescriptions right to your door and often save you money compared to what you're paying at big box pharmacies, their drive-up window can help you avoid long lines on your way home from work, and now they're offering curbside flu shots. Hines Street Pharmacy. Experience the hometown difference.
Fourth quarter underway here. Almost a turnover by the Tigers. They get the ball first to start the fourth, and now it is a takeaway. Up ahead to Jensen Thomas, and an easy layup for Thomas. His first points since the second quarter. He now has 9, and it's down to an 8-point lead, 46-38. That is just what Rolla needed to stay in this one. Govan goes to his right around Ewell. Nobody ever picked him up. He's underneath. He shovels it to Parks. His shot was off the mark. Govan with a follow. Back up and in. 6 points for Kieran Govan. And it's 48-38. And a 3 is good by Ethan Brown. That was a long one. And it's down to 7 now. Govan left open underneath.
Nice job again by Ewell, getting that pass just over the defender of the man down low. And nice job by Govan to finish. Nice move there by Hagwood. The left side of the lane to get around his defender. Jump stop. And then just putting it up and in.
Turnaround jumper is off the mark. Parks with a rebound.
Govan loses his man, spinning around. That leaves Blades open in the corner.
And Blades' cold start continues. Thomas might have gotten away with dragging a foot there. A 9-point lead, but Rolla can cut it down to 7 with a bucket here. But, Ewell went up and blocked the shot. And that's a tough call on C.J. Ewell.
I think it may have been that hand on the body that led to the block, not necessarily the block itself. His left arm. He blocked the shot with his right hand, but I felt like he maybe had his left arm on the shoulder there, which is why the foul was called.
Yeah, maybe so. Missed the shot. Free throw by Cooper Gideon. That was 2 personal fouls now on Ewell. And Gideon missed them both, but an offensive board. Oh, not quite, because they couldn't control it, but then a takeaway as Parks rushed the pass. And now a 3 attempt from the right wing is no good. And out of bounds off Ewell. Ewell was screening his man off, holding his man off with his right arm, and couldn't grab the ball with his left. It went off his arm and landed out of bounds. You can see he's got his right arm occupied. And Rolla wants a timeout. Mark Miller wants to talk things over. We'll take one as well. 5:05 left in the game. Tigers up by 9. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports and Retmo TV.
Want fresh eggs? Want melty cheese? Want sausage or bacon? Want a friend? Bob's got you covered. Try the breakfast on a bun next time you wake up hungry. Available 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. at Whataburger. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. Vision Health Eye Center. Outstanding eye care, exceptional eyewear. From prescriptions to emergency care, they help your family see and feel better than ever before. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com.
Off the inbound lob, Hagewood took it away, and the Tigers have it back. Defensive play by Hagewood, and then a cut and a good pass by Davis, but Hagewood is fouled and will shoot 2 free throws. And the first free throw by Hagewood is good. 22 points now for Brindley Hagewood. He made them both. And that's 23 points for Hagewood. And a pull-up jumper is good by Ethan Brown. Brown is matching Hagewood. He's got 24. Caden Howard in the far corner. 4.5 left. One more game after this. It's Central and Ozark. That ought to be a good one. Those two teams put up a bunch of points last night. 105 by Central and 83 by Ozark. Turnaround by Hagewood, no good from about 8 feet out. And Rolla on the move. Shovel pass into the lane, over the front iron by Ethan Brown. 26 points for Brown. 54-47. Under 4 to go. Rolla is not going away. Hagewood, a long 3. They didn't come out and find him, and you cannot leave Brindley Hagewood open. And Parks with a defensive play reaches in. 3-on-1. Davis to Parks. The layup is good. And a timeout, Rolla. The lead is 12 again with 3:32 left. 59-47. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO, or call us at 417-590-8200.
Go Tigers!
Welcome to the Bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the midsize SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with the State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle. Contact State Farm agent Chris Yoakum to bundle and save today. Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
4 straight by Republic has the lead back to double digits at 59-47, and Rolla trying to cut it down a little closer, and there's Ethan Brown again. Ethan Brown is not letting Rolla go away, and it's a 10-point lead, 59-49. Hagewood and Brown are just going at it here. And Hagewood's had a little better supporting cast tonight. Hagewood on the release by Parks, and he's open in the lane. And he was patient, let the defense settle, and that's 61 points now for the Tigers, back to a 12-point lead. Crossover by Thomas, and he hits a cutting Ledbetter for a layup. 51 for Rolla. Hagewood around his man, kicks to Ryder Davis. Davis drives baseline, and then a no-look pass to Howard. Good body control, and it goes! The bucket by Howard gives him 7. Rolla quickly back at the other end, leaning shot is short, put back is good. Offensive board and follow by Ledbetter. 6 in the quarter, 10 in the game, and the team's trading buckets at this point. Well, Republic's fine with that, as long as it keeps happening, with a 10-point lead. Howard to Hagewood. Hagewood would have taken that shot if they weren't up by 10 with 2 minutes left. And Davis turned his back and didn't realize the pass was coming from Parks. Turnover, and Parks reaches in to stop the play from turning into a layup. And he, not only did he stop the layup, he reached in before the shot had started.
So it's going to be on the baseline instead of free throws.
So many times you see guys wait and they commit the foul, and by that time it's a shot and it's 2 free throws anyway. So he was smart. He reached in and stopped it while it was still away from the basket. Bounce pass to Ledbetter off the inbound. They get it to Papadakos. His 3 no good. Ewell went around his man, but then couldn't save it in. The dunk didn't go, but it counts because it bounded up and back down, and it's a chance for a 3-point play for Rolla. That was a crazy play.
Yeah, just unfortunate turn of events there. Ewell gets the rebound over to Govan. Govan had to save it from going out of bounds and ended up getting it to a Rolla player with a 2-on-1. Free throw missed, though.
I think we've got a wet spot on the floor maybe. Watch this play.
Ewell's shoe is untied.
Oh, okay, there it is.
But yes, the dunk that bounded up fell in with the foul.
But he missed the free throw, so still only a 2-point play. 8-point lead with a minute and a half left, and a foul as Hagewood went around his man. Jensen Thomas commits the foul. 2 fouls on him. And the Tigers will throw it in. Still, this is one of those things about getting used to the bonus situation is you've got a lot more situations like this where there are fouls to give. They still can't send Republic to the line, and Republic can run clock, and they've got to foul them twice more. And in fact, that's not a foul. Timeout called by Tim Brown. That's a smart timeout now because instead of being a foul, now they get to inbound it and run a few more seconds. With 1:20 left, we'll take a break. More coming up after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
For 30-plus years, Yoakum Automotive has been Republic's trusted repair shop. Now with digital inspections, understands your car's needs before they make repairs. Book an appointment at Yoakum Automotive. Elliott Robinson and Company, LLP, Certified Public Accountants, is Republic's local full-service accounting firm. They make possible our By the Numbers feature, where we look at stats that catch our eye on the Republic sports scene. They've been serving the area for more than 50 years, and you can find them in the Wildwood Plaza across from Pinnaker Chevrolet or online at ercpa.com. Here's a touchdown for your family budget. Combine your home and auto insurance and save money with State Farm agent Sarah Rader. Find her online at sarahrader.com.
Yeah, they got it down to Blades, and Blades hit his head on the way down. Looks like he's okay. That's 4 fouls now on Easton Smith. And again, Republic gets to throw it in. That's only 3 fouls on Rolla. Into Govan, and oh, he got it around to Ewell. A little too hard, but Ewell gathered it back in and put it up and in. Back to a 10-point lead. Quick three at the other end is short, and Govan got to it. He got held on his way to the ball and no call, and Rolla is going to hang on to the ball. And Tim Brown was out near half court, looked around where he was and realized, oh, I better get back where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, a lot of contact there with Govan going.
Watch Govan. He grabbed his arm as Govan was going for it. Otherwise, I think Kieran would have beaten him to it. 1:02 left. A 10-point lead, and Rolla trying to cut into it here. They got to move a little faster. This is the slowest possession they've had in a while, but Republic playing great defense. Three is up and short, and a foul on Rolla as Ryder Davis goes flying down low. Watch down low, Davis giving up about 6 inches there, and yeah, a little wrestling throw by Paxton Ledbetter sent Davis flying to the court. Ledbetter's committed 4 fouls now, and Govan takes the inbound play, and he is fouled with 41.8 seconds left. 10-point lead, and free throws upcoming for Kieran Govan.
His first 15 foul. Republic in the bonus. KG to the line, 2-2.
First free throw rattled out. That's the second shot tonight that has gone about halfway down and then fallen out. First one was a 3 by Brody Blades. And that one's good. So Govan makes 1 of 2. The lead's 11. And a foul on Govan early. That stops the clock. Davin Parks will check back in. Free throw by Ethan Brown is good. Both teams in the bonus now. Brown makes both free throws. Brown has 32 points. And a timeout called by Tim Brown with 39 seconds left. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Travel isn't just my career, it's my way of life. I'm Crystal Hicks with Top Tier Travel Group, where I believe in the power of new experiences. From family and couple escapes to immersive cultural adventures, I've seen firsthand how travel can change us. Ready to grow, explore, and make unforgettable memories? Let's start planning your next life-changing journey together. Visit us at toptiertravelgroup.com.
When you need a plumber, you usually need one fast, but you also want one who'll do the job right. In Republic, that's Far Better Plumbing. Whether it's residential, commercial, or you need excavation, call Far Better and let them take away the stress of your plumbing problem. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com.
Hey, this is Wade Hobbs with Hobbs Insurance Group, your hometown Medicare and retirement expert. Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming, but with my 16 years of experience, I'm here to help. Open enrollment ends December 7th, so don't wait. Find out your options before then with the free consultation. You can find me across from the Republic Post Office or call 417-425-3937.
Govan to inbound, gets it into Davis. Now to Brody Blades, who's fouled. 37.1 seconds left. And Brody will march down to the other end of the floor to shoot free throws. looking for his first points. Foul was on Ethan Brown. That's 4 on him. 4 on Brown, 4 on Ledbetter, 4 on Smith. And the first free throw is good by Brody Blades. So Blades in the scorebook. He becomes the 8th player to score tonight for the Tigers. Much more balanced offense than last night. He made them both. Back to 11. Republic's done a good job of just keeping the lead where it was. Long three rattled out. That time it was Rolla that was on target but just didn't get it to go. Hagewood with a rebound, and he will shoot free throws. Brentley has 26. That tops his total of last night. I think it was 23 last night. Yeah, Hagewood had 23 last night. Misses the first free throw. And made the second. Quick three at the other end, no good. Ewell tracks down the rebound, gets fouled from behind by Paxton Ledbetter. That's it for Ledbetter. He'll go to the bench. He's done. He didn't even wait for anybody to tell him. He just went set out. And he's ready to get a little rest before tomorrow's game. Nash Robinson checks in. And with 21 seconds left, C.J. Ewell will try to add to his 6-point total, and that one's short. Second one good. Again, good defense. Tigers just guarding the three. It didn't matter. They shot over it. That is Jensen Thomas. He had a three in the first quarter, and he didn't have one since, but up to 12 points now individually for him. And he cuts it to a 10-point lead, 70-60. Timeout called by Rolla. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Experience matters in real estate. With Lori and Elizabeth, you get specialists in residential, land, lake, and commercial sales from Springfield to Joplin to the lake. Your ultimate connection to lenders, marketers, and contractors. Visit loriandelizabeth.reesnichols.com, your seasoned real estate teammates. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today.
Inbound to Blades. Weaves between a couple of defenders, brings it into the front court, and they will just hold on to it and let time expire. The Tigers jumped out with a run in the first half and then held on for a 10-point win, 70-60, and they improved to 2-0 on the season. I'm going to take a break and be back to wrap up the broadcast after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Teamwear Solutions is not only your source for official Tiger apparel, but they're also a partner for your group's fundraising needs. Business apparel, bleacher apparel, and on-field apparel. They've got you covered. Find them online at teamwearsolutions.com. Harris Pizza brings a slice of history to your table. Since 1961, their blend of handcrafted dough, rich sauces, and a variety of fresh toppings cooked in an authentic brick oven offers a unique dining experience. Explore their menu at harrispizzapalace.com or drop into the Wildwood Plaza on Highway 60. PKD Cafe is now Marigold Farm Cafe and Catering Company, but it's still where the 417's best burritos meet friendly faces. A haven for Republic students, it's the perfect spot to fuel up before school or unwind on a weekend. Your pit stop for flavor and relaxation only at Marigold Farm Cafe and Catering Company. For more than 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com.
At the UPS Store, we have everything to help small business owners be unstoppable. So if you need printing, we'll be the printing store.
The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. The UPS Store locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours may vary. See Center for details.
Welcome back. Tigers beat Rolla 70-60. It was 13-12 Republic at the end of the first quarter. And an 18-10 second quarter gave the Tigers a 31-22 lead at halftime. They stretched it to 10, 46-36 at the end of three. Each team scored 24 points in the fourth, and Republic holds on for a 70-60 win. 32 points for Ethan Brown was the top total of anybody on the floor tonight. He led Rolla and led all scorers. 12 for Jensen Thomas, 10 for Paxton Ledbetter, 4 each for John Papadakos and Easton Smith. Brentley Haywood had 27 after scoring 23 last night. 12 points for Davin Parks, 9 for Kieran Govan, 7 each for Caden Howard and CJ Ewell. Ryder Davis and Trenton Coleman had 3 each, and Brody Blades scored 2. Tigers improved to 2-0 on the season, and Rolla falls to 2-1. Republic will play for the championship tomorrow at 3:30, and Rolla will play for third place at 2 o'clock against the loser of Central and Ozark. Republic will get the winner of Central and Ozark tomorrow at 3:30. That's going to do it for this broadcast. And Evan Smith, final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, Republic obviously played very well tonight. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, but this was a group where they really didn't lose a whole lot. So a lot of returning, at least experience, maybe not a lot of returning starters, but a lot of returning experience. But what I did want to say is this is Republic's first appearance in their own championship game since 2020. So it has been a little while since they've even been in their own championship game. So that's what I was trying to tap you and tell you before before you wrapped it up. So first time in 4 years that Republic's in this championship game, and it should be a good one no matter who they see tomorrow, Ozark or Central.
It'll be a fun game, and we will bring it to you live on Republic Tiger Sports and Repmo TV, both YouTube channels tomorrow. We've got one more game here tonight, and that'll be on Repmo TV's YouTube channel coming up between Central and Ozark, and we'll be back with that one after this. Thanks for watching Tiger Basketball on Republic Tiger Sports.